Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I had to put a little bit of a face on. Give you guys a second to come on in. All right, you guys. It is Thursday, not a Wednesday. Welcome back to Candid with Candice. This is season 2. This is episode 3. And we moved today to accommodate a little bit of mess and foolery. Normally, I would ask you all what you're drinking, but I'm not drinking the month of February, and this has been a little taxing and a little trying. So I literally just have water with lemon, and that's it. But I'm going to wait for some more people to come in. I do have some things that I need to cover before we get candid and get into some mess. Okay? There's some mess that we have to get into. Y'all jump in. Again, I'm still trying to get used to it being the live being here on YouTube, because like I can see people come in, but like on Instagram, I can see who it is by name that's coming in. I can't see that here. So like, I don't know who's here until they like send a message. So hi, everyone. All right. I'm like, I know Mercury's in microbraid right now, but where y'all at? Because y'all been pressing me out for this live so we can have this discussion. All right. So I'm just going to get into it for the sake of time and energy. Last week, I was a panelist for an event hosted by Color Vision. Color Vision is a nonprofit organization that was created by one of my good girlfriends, Mia Davis, and it's a nonprofit, kind of like communications and other things. But what she did was she teamed up with Saks Fifth Avenue, and they hosted a virtual self-care event for a number of women. And myself, along with Yanae Damtu, who is the one who does Michelle Obama's hair. Hello, super exciting. We were on a panel together and we shared some things. Of course, she shared things about hair. I shared things about skincare and makeup. But of the things that I talked about, we partnered up with Saks, and I had a whole host of products that I handpicked to share with the ladies. Now, if you purchase any of these products, 10% of the proceeds go to supporting students that attend HBCUs. So shopping with a cause during this time. This was a paid event and everyone wasn't able to attend. So I thought I would come on here and share some of the picks with you all. So if you choose to purchase them, if you use the code TYCHARITY at checkout, any purchase that you make at Saks, one, you'll get free shipping, and then two, 10% of the proceeds will go to supporting students attending HBCUs. So I do want to share a little bit more about the things that I picked and why. So I have 2 products from Patchology. The first one is the Illuminating Eye Gels. Eye gels are always great. Literally 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, sit them under your eye. It leaves a very nice luminous glow under the skin. It's great for tired eyes. It's the winter time, not sure where everybody is, but a little drier in the seasons. So that's always good. And if you're someone who plays a lot in makeup like myself, it's a very, tender, sensitive area. So need that. I also chose the Patchology Flash Mask, the Illuminate Mask. It's a sheet mask, another 5 to 10 minutes, really taking time for yourself. This one, I would suggest probably using it in the evening and using it with a facial roller. You can use jade rollers and facial rollers in conjunction with serums and sheet masks. It helps the ingredients penetrate deeper into your skin. I say do it in the evening because it can leave a kind of sticky texture. So I wouldn't suggest it like midday or in the morning unless you plan on washing your face off again, which is then kind of counterintuitive because we need these ingredients to seep into the skin. And any of the products that I mentioned, they are already linked in the description box below. I think I linked the wrong eye gels though, but either way, they're still good. Moving on, a little bit more skincare. Moving to some Kiehl's products. I have 3 Kiehl's items that I'm highlighting. The first one is the Powerful Strength Line Reducing Vitamin C Eye Serum. I've been using this for a long time, not only myself, but something I've recommended for a really long time when I still used to work in cosmetics retail. If anyone doesn't know, I used to be a counter manager for Laura Mercier. I shared a bay with Chanel and Kiehl's. So that's where I got to touch and see a lot of things. And I was right across from Bobbi Brown. So that's when I really became like more of like the skincare and product girl. But anyway, this Powerful Strength Line Reducing, it's like a holy grail cult classic from Kiehl's. If you have dark circles, little hyperpigmentation, and just want to correct areas under your eye, this is great for that. Also linked below. Another cult classic, the Creamy Avocado Eye Treatment. I've been using this since 2008. I have literally been using this since 2008 because this was the first eye cream that I ever used, because when I was first learning and dibbling and dabbling in makeup, I literally would do my face every day. Like I would get home from work, I would watch YouTube videos at work. This is honestly how I even got into makeup. I was bored at my first job out of college, and I stumbled upon YouTube tutorials. And I was like, I have these brushes, I have these colors, and I literally would go home and just sit in front of the mirror, and I would just try things and then wipe my face off and try and wipe my face off. And the skin around my eyes got so tender and raw. And I got a sample of this from the avocado eye treatment, the Kiehl's avocado eye treatment. I got a sample of it from Nordstrom back in like 2008, 2009, and been in my kit, in my personal one ever since. But this one right here is my holiest of holy grail Kiehl's products. The Midnight Recovery Concentrate. I got put onto the Midnight Recovery Concentrate when I had my first like terrible cystic acne situation, which was the result of trying a foundation that had too much fragrance in it. And I broke out, and then I was having hormonal issues, and it went on for probably like 5 to 6 months. And one of the first things that remedied that, because all the MAC girls were like, girl, your skin is breaking out and you're at the Kiehl's counter and you're not wearing Kiehl's, like you're not using this. So I started taking like all of the samples, and then I was like, I can't just take samples anymore. I have to actually use it. So totally using it. Another skincare item I have, which is kind of like transitioning into makeup things. I have the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've been using this maybe like over a year now. It smells good, but it's not like giving like too much fragrance, like my skin will break out. But like she's thick, and like she is great for prepping and priming the skin under makeup. Awesome. Also have the Moravicsa, I believe that's how you pronounce it, the Moravicsa Queen of Hungary mist. I kind of use this kind of like sometimes in the place of my MAC Fix Plus spray, but this one has a little more skincare properties. So you can use this in place of a toner. I use facial mists like these before applying serums and moisturizers. Most people don't know your face should be slightly damp before you apply a serum or a moisturizer. And then also once your makeup is done, you can refresh throughout the day. So the Moravicsa Queen of Hungary mist, and it smells good. It smells like spa in a bottle. Quickly running through makeup stuff. I kept it light. One of my cult classics, the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I don't use the honey. I don't use the dark one because it's a little too red. It's been #1 seller in Sephora for over 25 years for a reason. It's very, very finely milled. There's no flashback or anything like that. It's not heavy. It's not caking. So I will always use this. Another one of my cult classics that the Laura Mercier the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is perfecting powder. It just gives you a light, luminous glow. It's not going to set the face, but it's good. It comes in 6 colors. I use color number 4. Clearly been using it for a long time because she's hitting pan. The Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Absolutely one of my favorites. 1, because she has a spoolie. 2, because she's really, really sharp. So need that. Again, everything is linked in the description box below that you can purchase. Make sure you use TYCHARITY at checkout. You'll get free shipping and 10% of the proceeds go to supporting students who attend HBCUs. Alrighty. So I also have the NARS Claudette palette. It's a limited edition palette, but this has like 3 shimmers, 3 mattes. It's just, I have this kind of reddish brick color on today. I literally just ran that all over my lid and through the crease. That was it, nothing else. And I smudged them under my lash line. So the Claudette palette, really good. And they're really pigmented and they blend really well. And then this is the NARS Exposed Cheek palette. I also have this blush on. I feel like you can't see it too much because of the lights, but the Exposed Cheek blush, I have these. I mixed these 2 to put on the cheek. What I like about these is there's like the slightest bit of shimmer in the blush, which can kind of take the place of highlighter at the same time. Let me see if I can put a little bit more on because I feel like it's not showing up right now. I need a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. And let's see what else I had for makeup. I think a few other things that I had for makeup outside of tools. I had 2 different mascaras. I feel like I'm losing one on my desk right now. One of them is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Rebel. We know that I like to use 2 mascaras because I need a lengthening one and then a volume one. And this Sumptuous Rebel by Estee Lauder, the wand is so tiny, which I like for bottom lashes. I'm normally a MAC extended play Giga Black girl, but I think this one just might have bumped MAC out of the way. Oh God. So I think this one might have bumped MAC out of the way. And then I had Chanel Le Volume as well, which I don't know where it went. I literally just had it. The Chanel Le Volume is also on the list as well. Then I have the Chanel Lip Balm, the Coco Rouge Lip Balm, because you need a lip balm. And some of you are going to say, why Chanel though? Well, because it's for charity. So because it's for charity, get the Chanel one. And then I picked up a few brushes as well. They provided me some brushes from Chanel. I definitely got this, let's see, the blender shader one, because we love things that have dual purpose. So we can shade on this side. We can blend on this side. I got one of the Duo Fiber powder brushes. And then the blush brush. All right. And I think that was it as far as products that I got from and for the event. Some of the things I actually already had myself, but chose to highlight them during the event. So moving on, I guess I can briefly talk about some new products that I got and that I'm trying. One of them being, I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, but it's a young lady that I follow on Instagram. And she had posted about this Simply Styling. Listen, Ashley, get the Estee mascara. It was really, really good. The Chanel Le Volume is good too. But that Estee mascara, it did a really, really good job lengthening, especially my lower lash line. Really good. But this Simply Styling Light Silk Spray. So it's a pure silicone spray. It says it's supposed to help revive wigs and weaves. And I don't know if y'all were paying attention. I was saying the blonde bundles, they tangle so easily. And I was just getting so frustrated. So the minute she posted this and she posted a link on Amazon, I immediately did it on Prime. And I must say that this definitely it definitely helps. If you could have seen the bird's rat nest that this was earlier, I actually did film a little quick video of myself real time using it when I got it in last week, and she does what needs to be done. So I will be adding this to the email tomorrow because on Friday I've been doing my Friday faves, like things that I'm buying and I'm trying. So I will be adding that to the email. So if you're not already on the email list, make sure you sign up because I'm linking that and some other things. Now, I don't know where everybody is because we're supposed to be talking about Married at First Sight at some point. And I feel like maybe I need to remind people that we are on YouTube today because everyone was like, I need to be here for this discussion. But where they at? So thank you, Ashley. Sometimes I still feel like when I look in the mirror, I'm trying to get used to myself being like this blonde. So I think I might be blonde for a minute because now I think like the shock will be like, what color would I do after this? I feel like I've done like every color except for like, well, Mom, you didn't say nothing. But you don't even watch Married at First Sight. So how are you going to provide commentary? You can't provide commentary. Like, I need everybody to put like an APB out. Like, y'all knew I was going live on YouTube. I feel like I need to go live on like Instagram for like a split second to be like, you know, we're on YouTube, right? Mommy is always in the chat. Actually, my mother is always in the chat. Unless I tell her don't log on, she's in here. Completely in here. Yes, Mommy definitely supports. So now this is going to be really annoying because I have to go. What in the retrograde is happening? Who's on private? I cannot believe this is happening. Like Mercury is like, are we kidding me? We're kidding me. I was about to say. Oh, you can't see her comments? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Y'all, I said we was going live on YouTube. Y'all are not on YouTube. Go to YouTube. We not live here no more. We're live on YouTube. That's what the picture said. The picture said we are live on YouTube, and y'all are not there. So how am I supposed to have this conversation about Married at First Sight, and y'all not there? I need y'all on YouTube. That's what we're doing. Okay? Because no one is on YouTube, and y'all pressed me out for this conversation. So I was like, maybe they forgot that it's not here. Like, I'm literally at the same time on YouTube, which is now going to annoy me. I'm blaming Mercury and microbraid. So everyone go to YouTube. Thanks. I'm going to be having this conversation by myself. Okay? So I would really appreciate it. I wonder why you can't see her comments. Y'all, we've moved to YouTube and y'all are not there. Now I feel like I need to cancel the YouTube one and I might as well just be on Instagram. This is crazy. What is happening? This is insane. Oh my God. Mercury's in microbraid. I'm just going to stay on Instagram. All right. So that's crazy. There's literally like the same amount on Instagram that there is on YouTube. And I'm like, what in the world? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to end the YouTube one and I'll just stay on Instagram. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm trying to figure it out at this point. Unless y'all are finally showing up where y'all supposed to be. Look, we need to talk about Married at First Sight. So Sharon, that's Chrissy. Chrissy will put you on YouTube. Alicia, everybody pressed me out for this conversation, but no one was coming over here. So that's why I was like, what is going on? That's why I was like, do I need to hop in on Instagram real quick? Like, Mercury is like totally in microbraid right now. And I was like, where are my people at? All right. So I wanted to talk about, so I've already done the product run through, everything that I showcase at the event with Saks Fifth Avenue in conjunction with Color Vision. All of the products that I handpicked are in the description box of this video. So I don't know if you can see it now as you're live, but when this is over, when you go back to watch the replay, if you look in the description box, every product that I mentioned is linked. And 10% of the proceeds from your purchase go to support students attending HBCUs. Thank you, Ashley. My girlfriend Subi, she I had on some workout pants this color last week, and she said that looks good on you. And I was like, it's one of my pixie dust colors. And I was like, I think I'm going to buy a background this color just because you're saying it looks good on my skin. So I immediately bought it on Amazon Prime, and then it showed up last Friday, I think. So thank you. But yes, any of the products that you purchase from Saks Fifth Avenue, the links are listed below. Type in TYCHARITY at checkout. You will not only get free shipping, but you will also, 10% of the proceeds will go to supporting students attending HBCUs. Now, let me update you on this whole me not eating meat and not drinking during the month of February. I'm now kicking myself in the ass, and I'm like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? I don't know why I did this to myself. And I don't know why I started this week before I come on my cycle. Like, who does this? Who does something this insane? Like, absolutely. Like, I don't know why I did this to myself. And like today, I was completely dying. I was so ready for a burger, but then someone politely suggested to me to try the Impossible Burger. And if y'all know me, I'm not really here for any of that. But I got an Impossible Burger and some fries from Copper Canyon, and it was amazing. And I don't know if it's just because I really needed some meat. I needed something to resemble a burger. I don't know, but it was actually really good. So if you were trying to avoid meat, but you are missing burgers and things like that, the Impossible Burger from Copper Canyon was actually A1. It was really, really good. Mom, I don't recall you ever telling me that you tried the Impossible Burger. And right now I'm quite offended. I am also offended because when I did a poll last week and I asked everyone, do they watch Married at First Sight? like 80% of you were like, oh yeah, girl, we watch it. And I really feel as though you let me down as a family. I share a lot of things with you, but no one shared with me the good mess and foolery of Married at First Sight. And I'm upset with you. I'm upset with all the people who watch Married at First Sight and no one said anything to me because this is prime time grade A mess. And I'm here for it. Okay. I'm totally here for it. And I can't believe y'all did not share this with me. So I ended up binging Married at First Sight. Now, let me just say, the only reason I ended up watching it in the first place was because I did watch the Wendy Williams story on Saturday on Lifetime. I don't know if any of y'all watched it. I actually did not want to watch it, but I actually thought it was really good. But clearly she is still obsessed with her ex-husband, and like the whole movie was about him. Pretty much. I mean, like not the whole thing, but like I would say like a good 90% was about her ex-husband. But that was good. But they kept showing like Married at First Sight commercials. And I was like, maybe I need to get into this Married at First Sight. And I'm so upset that y'all didn't tell me about Married at First Sight. So for anyone who's here who actually watches Married at First Sight, say something in the chat because we need to get it popping. I want to talk about Married at First Sight. I do. Because I am just beside myself with the foolery of this show. And everyone had the same thing, that everybody was just like, oh, we hate Chris. None of y'all was talking about this. None of y'all. See, this is my first season watching it. Like I'm familiar with the show and the concept of the show, but I had never like actually watched it before. I've like randomly come across like some like updates, like after the fact, type things. But like I've never actually watched a full season. So this is my first time watching a season of Married at First Sight. And some of the couples I like, well, things are changing. I like Ryan, but what's his wife's name? The real annoying girl. Hey, Hope. Listen, Ryan's vows were everything. I was like, where are niggas at like this? Like, you could be with somebody 10 years and he can't even articulate his feelings like that. And the things that this man had to say after not even meeting this woman, what? Amazing. I like Ryan. I like Brianna and her husband, the Dominican guy. I don't know why his name is escaping me. Jacob is just so weird and annoying, and he looked just like his damn daddy. Like if Jacob talks about that house and his beach and his sauna and his workout equipment one more time, I'm going to like poke myself in the eye. Like completely. I'm trying to think like who are the other couples? I can't remember. But really it's just Chris is trash. His whole family is trash. So actually, who are Monet and Vaughn? Like, I don't know who they are. Now you're going to make me look them up. And what I didn't know is that each season is like in a particular city. Each season's in a city. Let's see. Now I gotta look up. I'm gonna have to look them up later. Monet and Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn wanted a barefoot and pregnant housewife. I'm thinking that Chris wants the same thing out of Paige, and like he's not gonna get it. Okay, my name was a boss lady. See, I think Chris is trying to get the same thing out of Paige, and that's not going to happen. First of all, let's just say that not only is Chris trash and his family is trash, her friends were trash for not telling her what he said. Like, if that was me, I would have politely grabbed him by the arm and dragged him over to her and be like, tell her what you just told us. Tell her what you told us. Like, how dare you just go ahead and tell my friends within your first hour of knowing them that, oh no, she's not a trophy wife and she's not that pretty. And you think I'm not going to tell my friend that you said that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I immediately would have, Ashley, this man at the reception for the wedding. So first of all, once I was binging the show, I just knew. I knew the minute I saw that Paige and Chris were matched up, I was like, he's not going to like her. At the reception, I said, he's not going to like her. And I was just waiting to get to the episode when it was time for their wedding. And I was like, he's going to have a visceral reaction when she comes around the corner. I knew it. And she came around the corner. He sees her in the dress and he literally goes, oh, fuck. He was immediately disappointed. He gets through it. They get to the reception and all he does is he's just like, so you're not a virgin, right? Like, okay, so like, how often do you like to have sex? And like, he's just asking like all the types of, oh, are you on contraception? Like, oh, okay. He's asking this within like their first hour of having conversation. They're literally at the reception and then like they have to like, like go off and talk to other people, like other family members and friends. And he's talking to her best friends who are also her bridesmaids. And he flat out tells them that she's not pretty enough for him. No. So the season right now, they're in Atlanta, Dominique. They're in Atlanta right now. And literally, this man, he's a former ordained minister who just feels that everybody is after his money. So he wants something genuine. He was just engaged 3 months prior to this. He just broke off an engagement 3 months prior to this. And like literally a few days before the wedding, he gets a new tattoo to cover up the old girl's name. And he tells her friends that she's not that pretty. Yo, his father was nasty at the reception too. His father was very nasty. Like, just like, oh, like pretty much like, look at her ass, look at her body. Like, you can figure the rest out later. Like, pretty much like, you about to go and like take that down. Like, it was absolutely disgusting. Now, sis does have body, yaddy, yaddy. And she's not an ugly girl, but I just knew, as superficial as he is, I was like, he's not going to think she's pretty enough. So he went and told her friends that, yeah, on paper, she's cool, but like, she's not a trophy wife. And her friends were like, yes, she is. And he said, no, she's not. He was like, and he goes, I'm used to pretty girls. You just called her ugly in front of her best friends. And then bitches did not run back and sell it. So I would have politely grabbed him by the hand, like, come on, sipping my drink. And I'd have threw his ass right in her face and said, now tell her what you just told us. Go ahead. Tell her what you just told us. And they never told her. They did not tell her. She goes back. She fucks this man all night and then again in the morning. And then he dips off the next day saying, I can't do this. Because basically, like, I'm not attracted to you. How many times did you have to have sex with her before you realized you weren't attracted to her? First of all, his dusty looking ass using this sponge on his head and that shit still don't curl. You're using sponge on your hair and it don't even curl. He's not even attractive himself. Ashley, she slept with him. She said, what was it? They did it twice that night, and then they did it again in the morning. The sponge and no curls. How are you sponge? I know what a nigga's hand looked like when he sponged it. You was sponging. Your man was sponging like so vigorously, and it's just little spikes, which lets me know you texturized your hair. Like, there's other issues going on here. And got the nerve to say he's used to pretty girls. When you were homeless and living out of your car in Florida, let me know when you was booking pretty girls, because inquiring minds would like to know. He is not attractive. So Paige goes and spills the tea the next morning to his parents. This man said, I'm going to get breakfast. I'll be right back. And didn't come back for like 3-4 hours. And then when the nigga came back, he still ain't had no food. So she's sitting there waiting for this man for hours, hungry. He don't call, nothing. His brow too heavy. And you know why he act like that? His brow too heavy because it sits so low. Like he skipped a few steps of evolution. It's very Cro-Magnon brow. Like when I see that, I'm just like, oh, he just clubs women and takes them back to the cave. Like fake ass. Like I know an anxiety attack. I know when a nigga has an anxiety attack. But if you are, he's a Neanderthal. 100%. 100%. It's like when you go to the Smithsonian of Natural History and you see the different steps of evolution, and it'd be that one furry one and the brows like real low. That's what he looked like. That's exactly what he looks like. Fake ass panic attack, fake ass tears. And he was just like, I'm freaking out because, I'm not attracted to you yet. But you was fucking me. And you said I do. Like, mommy. He looked like Magilla Gorilla. He do. He looks like Magilla Gorilla. For sure. Listen, you got to find a way to watch it online or something, Ashley, because I need you to catch up on this foolery. After you fucked me twice. You fucked me twice at night. You fucked me again in the morning. And then you say you about to go get me something to eat. And then you just leave. You ain't call. You ain't text. She looking for him. So then she goes and has breakfast with his parents or like brunch or whatever. Whatever fucking meal. Reality TV shows, they like to hash shit out over meals. First of all, if I'm ever in a situation, don't approach me while I'm eating. I'm here to eat. Okay? Ooh, couples cam. Listen, I did see that, like the commercial about the couple like in New Orleans. I think I did see that last night. Ciao. So I don't know. So here's the thing. The thing is, so she has a conversation with his parents. So it's like, I don't know who one of the ladies was at the table. I don't know if that was his aunt or whatever, but his mother and his father are at the table. And Paige is just, and they're just telling her how beautiful she is and how happy they are to have her in the family. And then she's like, yeah, well, we got a problem. And she basically like flat out tells them like, yeah, your son basically told me I wasn't pretty enough and he's not attractive to me, but that's not what he was saying when he was fucking me last night. And his father is like, he told you that? It's like, yeah, here goes father. Well, at least I raised him to be a stand-up guy. What? So his father says he's a stand-up guy. At least he told you now. But then his mom was like, well, I mean, she was like, well, I mean, things happen. She was like, no, we did it last night and again today. So then like, oh, here goes mother. I mean, were you drinking? What in the Me Too is fucking happening right now? Did you just like, was she drinking? It doesn't matter if she was drinking or not. The whole family is trash. The whole family is trash. So he pops up. Yes. Someone said Dr. Pepper got it wrong again. I saw a lot of people, like a lot of memes and stuff on Twitter last night when I was like live tweeting. Like a lot of people, they were like production was having a good old time matching these couples. Because one of the couples, the guy Ryan, he's very religious. Both of his parents are like pastors, ministers. They match him up with a girl. She's like, I'm not doing organized religion ever again. Oh, okay, great. Then the girl of Virginia and Eric, his family and him, they're just like, oh, can't wait to have kids. Virginia's like, yeah, I like to party. I don't know how I feel about kids. I'm like, so y'all just wanted a shit show this season. That's what y'all wanted. Fantastic. And I'm here to watch it. I am here to watch it and watch all this shit blow up. I really am. I need an expert. Listen, Tati, I need an explanation on how they chose Chris, because he is the most narcissistic, arrogant piece of shit. Like, for sure. He's an arrogant piece of shit. Now, anybody who's going to watch it, if you watch any of the previews, yes, Vincent. That's his name. Yes, Vincent. Yeah, Brianna and Vincent. I'm definitely team Brianna and Vincent, even though I don't know if anybody's been watching. Like, they've shown some previews where, like, apparently he got a little bit of an attitude problem. I'm hoping they're hyping it up and it was just like one little moment, because I really think they're going to work and they're just so cute together. I really like him. Ryan and his girl, what's the name? Girl Claire or something like, I don't know the girl's name, but she's annoying. Paige is gorgeous and she got her shit together. I do want Paige to get some black papers. She's like really, really shiny. But outside of that, Paige is a very gorgeous girl. She's very gorgeous. I just wanna dab her face. That's it. Ryan's hair does bother me. It's not so much like the deep part, but the problem is, so Ryan has like this deep part, right? So like imagine like this is his part and he has this little like faux hawk comb over. But instead of the whole thing being shaved, it's literally like the tiniest row of hair right there, but it don't fade into shit else. And every time I just be staring at it like, make it make sense. So yes, Ryan's hair bothers me, but I think he's a solid guy. But I find it very interesting that the way, I just want to blot her face, Ashley. The way Ryan wrote his vows, but then you come to find out he's like, oh, I've never been in love before. A nigga that's never been in love before does not write vows like that. His vows were everything. You don't write vows like that if you ain't never been in love before. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. Not buying it. So that'll be interesting. But the gag is, anybody who's watched like any of the previews, Chris finds out during the honeymoon that he got a baby on the way. And I am just going to put it out there, and I'm putting my money, I'm putting my hard black earned dollars on the fact that it's his ex-fiance that he just broke up with 3 months ago. So I'm waiting for all of this tea to unfold. So if y'all hoes are not caught up, you got till next Wednesday to get caught up, baby, because fan shit hitting it. I'm ready. It 100% has to be the ex. And I think he already knew that. I think the nigga got the call that morning. I think the nigga got the call that morning after the wedding. I think Shorty called him then. Or sent some kind of message to say, hey, maybe. And I think maybe the confirmation comes while they're on the honeymoon. That's what I'm going to say. Ooh, folks already found pics of the ex. How much older than Haley is Jacob? Ooh, Ashley, I'm so glad you said that. So I kept watching it, and I don't think Subi's in here. But when I was watching it last night, because I don't think he's that much older. Maybe he's like 10 years older than her, if that. But I kept looking and I was like, it hit me because like clearly I was watching the show, but I wasn't paying attention, like every time they said like the name, the age. And then like towards the end, I was like, bitch, Haley's 28. Sis is aging like milk, avocados, and bananas. That ain't 28, boo. She smooth looked 38. She looked the same age as Jacob. And he looked old. So Jacob's 38. Tati, she about 40 in the face. I'm telling you. When I literally hit the group chat last night, I said, bitch, 28. She look older than me. And I'm about to be 37. Haley is, I know they be saying like the white girls age like milk, avocado, and bananas, but how hard, I'll save that for another day because I was gonna say like how hard is your life? But when you're problematic, which I'm sure she is, when you're problematic, God don't like ugly. And it's gonna show up in your face. I'm a firm believer. But yeah. Ryan's wife is annoying. That's gonna get old. Oh, and Miss Virginia. I would like to start taking wagers on when we're ever going to see her without a drink in her hand. All Virginia does is drink. She needs to go to rehab like right now. Who looked like a child bride in a Photoshop image? Haley? See, maybe I need to go look at like the official pictures. Tati, I would like to see Virginia sober, but I am almost certain of the fact that we will never see Virginia sober. And I think the one clip where she's like the previews for the season, I think the one clip where she's like freaking out, like she's having like an anxiety attack or something, I think that's probably I put money on it. That might be the one time that she's sober this season. And then she has a panic attack because she's sober. I'm just going to go ahead and put my money on that. That's what I'm going to put my money on. Like, even Eric was annoyed. They get to the room. He's like, so you just going to go to the bar? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. And then Eric is controlling. Jacob is just weird. He's low-key going to be controlling. So anybody who did watch it, I don't know if y'all picked up on what I picked up on, but Brianna's family is not feeling Vincent. I don't know if it's just me, but Brianna's like, I want to say that was her sister and her mom. They're not feeling his choice of profession. Thank you. Brianna's mother's she's not fooling with the whole situation, but she's definitely not fooling with him being busy. The man even said he had a backup. And she's still just like, he trying. He has dreams and he's trying. And Brianna says she supports it now. I hope she don't backtrack. Oh, yeah. They were done when he said entrepreneur. Oh, and you're just starting your business? Sounds like you won't be home a lot. Oh, it's not. Bruh. They're not even 30. Vincent's not even 30, right? I know Brianna's like 27, 28. And let's be clear. Brianna keeps saying like she's an engineer and everything. Okay, you're an engineer. I saw where you was working and what you're doing. You're doing AutoCAD at best for, construction projects, which I'm not shitting on at all. Like that's definitely like a lucrative job. But you're in Atlanta doing some AutoCAD stuff. And yeah, I'm sure she's doing well for herself. But baby girl, just because you have an engineering degree from wherever you went, we're not about to shit on anybody who's trying to do a different path. And I feel like at some point they're going to possibly butt heads on that, because she's already complaining like, oh, I'm trying to get him to put his phone down. Girl, I don't know what you're expecting, but I didn't pay attention to who the pastor guy was. I was just baffled the whole time that Chris is ugly. He got the nerve to be calling somebody else ugly. I ain't paying attention to nobody else. He got a dream and he's working on it. Give him a second. Like, we give a lot of niggas a really hard time and a hard rap when they're trying to do things. Child, that's a whole nother conversation for another day about how hard we can be on Black men who are just trying. But child, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. But we're gonna see it unravel on this show. Because damn sure, I damn sure put it on like that's the argument that Brianna and Vincent are gonna have. Because she even seemed hesitant, was like, oh, you gonna be wanting me to make you breakfast? Like, girl, you can scramble the nigga some eggs. You can scramble him some eggs. It's not gonna kill you. Get a man some eggs and bacon. Like, girl, 15 minutes. Get a man some eggs and bacon. That's it. She's not gonna like the instability of it, but I think what a lot of people fail to realize, and this is just coming from me, no, I'm not married. No, I haven't been married, but I do understand partnership and the fact that both of them, it's like this whole faith thing and blah, blah, blah. I feel like a lot of people skip parts of the Bible. And if we are getting into the word, like, just don't come over here talking about like you're looking for some God-fearing man, you want somebody spiritual, blah, blah, blah. We want, like this fruitful, faith-based relationship. And then y'all are ignoring large chunks of the Bible. And if we're talking about one of the things that you're like ignoring is a lot of women are just so focused on being a Proverbs 31 woman. But if you actually read Proverbs 31 and like really read it, a Proverbs 31 woman is a boss, and she works a lot and hard. And in the event that her spouse or her helpmeet cannot do it, she picks up the slack. So I don't really subscribe to this. Like, yes, Brianna can do for herself. And yes, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Brianna wanting someone to take care of her and care for her. But at the same time, in any given relationship, anything can happen. You can lose your job today. Your husband can lose his job today. Both of you can lose your jobs. What are you going to do? Somebody's got to step up. And you need to be capable of doing that. So yes, have the wherewithal to take care of yourself. You can still want your partner to care for you, provide, and things like that. But there's a balance. So if that man lost his job today and you got to step up and hold it down, you got to step up and hold it down. You can't be looking at him like, what did you do wrong? I mean, yeah, sometimes niggas, they be doing something wrong to lose their job. But like sometimes life be lifing. You can be qualified. Like, girl, I got laid off twice in 2019 being a top performer in both of the jobs. They don't care. They do not care. So it doesn't matter how great of an employee, you can be the best employee and still get let go. You could be the number one person and a company still folds. Life be life and life happens. And I think that a lot of people, they say the vows, I always say it, nigga, they don't put for better or worse in there as rhetorical. It's not an if, it's a when. And all of that is relative. So she's gonna have to learn, especially when you're saying you like it's a lifetime and an eternity with somebody. You got to look at the ebbs and flows of a relationship. You're not the same person you were 6 months ago, let alone 6 years ago, let alone 16 years ago. You don't want the same things. You're not going to do the same things. And if you can't ride that wave fully, child, the wife is the neck. Like, come on. Listen. They like it's more than just, it's more than financial. And like sometimes like it is emotional. And I'm telling you right now, so child, it's a whole nother thing. Listen, me at 36 going on 37, I'm not who I was at 35. I'm not who I was at 30. I'm not who I was at 25. I don't want the same things. I don't feel the same thing. Like some things, like I'm not, I haven't, deviated on. But one thing that I have like not budged on and like I'm still a firm believer is, fighting for things and trying to stick it out and doing all that you can, to do that within your power. But I think Brianna's not ready. I think Brianna wanted a husband. I don't think in her time of waiting for her husband, Brianna actively practiced being a wife. And I think we're going to watch that unfold a little bit. And I think that'll be, I really just love watching all of this just for like the case study of it all. Like social experiments, like they thoroughly excite me. I don't think she's built for it. I don't think she's built for it in the way her parents kind of talk about her and like, as if she's been coddled, but like she gonna learn. I think they'll have some speed bumps, but I think she's gonna have to learn the hard way. I mean, because I can only speak for myself. When I was 28, I wasn't ready to be nobody's wife. I wanted to be married, but I wasn't ready to be anybody's wife. I'm still not ready to be nobody's wife. If we being honest. Like I got just a few more things to work out. Listen, so Tati says, unless she's ready to admit that she isn't really ready to be a wife and work on it, it won't last. It's not. Ashley, get caught up. The episodes are kind of long, but you've got till next Wednesday at 8 p.m. And it's supposed to be snowing again Saturday to Monday. So I don't know which area you live in, but if you, in the nor'easter, yes, I'll be in the house. So, give it a gander. Listen, we're all evolving and life is lifing. And then on top of that, if you don't have the tools, if you are not in therapy, not addressing old traumas and past issues and things like that, you're not going to have the tools and be equipped to be in a partnership of that magnitude. But I mean, it really just comes down to a lot of people are just selfish. Like she's still just like, I'm really attracted to him. Okay, he tall, he got a beard, and he got a bald head. Sis, there's more to it than this. Like he just seems so kind and caring. Like, girl, he will do whatever it is in his power to take care of you. Okay, so this is what I kind of feel like is gonna happen. Like I feel like she's gonna be one of the complainer nagger types that Chris Rock talked about in one of his stand-ups. I can't remember which stand-up it was, but Chris Rock, and I never forgot this. I want to say this came out it was like maybe like mid 90s, like late 90s, one of his stand-ups. Anyway, Chris Rock had this stand-up and like one of the bits inside of the stand-up was women are just never happy. Like, you can never satisfy a woman. She's never happy. She complains about every fucking thing. And it's like, if you don't make enough money or you're not doing enough, oh my God, your ass is always in the house. You sitting on the couch. I like, get the fuck out of here. I hate this shit. Okay. So he's busting his ass to do and provide and give you all of these things. And then, oh my God, you're never here. You're always working. This is whack. I hate this shit. So I try to be cognizant of that. And like, when I see things like that, I'm like, girl. Bye, Ashley. Glad you were able to hop in. But yes, catch up, and then we will chat about it next week. But yeah, I try to be cognizant about that. And like, I've also seen it in like a lot of other people's relationships. And I have to like yoke my friends up and like yoke women up sometimes, like, yo, this is what you asked for. You wanted a man that was a go-getter. Like, you can't want a boss ass dude and think that he's just always going to be in the house. Oh, my man, he's an executive. He did it. Executive jobs come with executive hours. Bosses may not be working for the business, but they work on the business. It's not a 9 to 5 thing. So you got to choose your battles. And I don't think baby girl is going to be ready for that. Because with her engineering job, her job is definitely just, I sent these little AutoCAD things over and that was it. Niggas that make money ain't home. Niggas that make money are not home. Bitches that make money are not home. Bitches is niggas too. Niggas that make money are not home. Niggas that is making big bread are not constantly available. If I am wheeling and dealing and I am making shit shake, I'm not. Guys be trying to date me now, literally will ask me like, oh, what's on your mind? And I will be like, blogging and money. Hope you didn't think I was going to say something sweet. Blogging. I'm thinking about the next bag I could bring in. I'm thinking about a new design for Pretty Intentional. I'm thinking about another side hustle that I can monetize. I'm not thinking about shit else. Period. Getting where you fit in. That's it. And that's all. Well, I'm going to try to keep these at like an hour now. I don't want them too long on here. Listen, the dinner you slept, listen, been there. I don't even complain about it. Would I like to have dinner with my man? Absolutely. But if that nigga was working late or anything like that, plate was just in the oven. You know where your things are and you ate though. Like, I'm not, child. I may not be nobody's wife yet, but I'm going to be a damn good one when it's my time. I tell you that. A damn good one. But I'm going to wrap this up because I am back to binging another show. I am currently binging Snowfall. I'm about to finish season 1 now. And I need to watch all of the seasons before season 4 starts on February 25th. So I think in a past life, I was like a drug lord's wife or something. And shows like this very much excite me. And I want to keep the lives like on here, like just to about an hour. I think it's something crazy, like when someone sees the playback in the video and it's like hour and a half, like that's nuts. So I will figure out what we're going to talk about next week. Thank you for coming. If you are not already signed up for the email list, please do so. And all of the products that I mentioned earlier, if you were not in here, when you go back to the playback, all of the links are listed below with the instructions on how you can donate to students attending HBCUs. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.